Welcome, guys. Another episode of Tech It Up with Cafe Cultura. It's your girl, Jayla, and like always, bringing you our amazing founders that we get to share all of these amazing new creative works of art because that's what they are truly. And today is no different. We have Julie with us from the Toy Trader app. How are you, Julie?
I am great, Jayla. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. I'm
I'm
excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you here. Let's get started and tell us a little bit about who Julie is.
Sure. So I am a mom of four. I'm originally from Texas, and then my husband and I made our way back down here to Florida. And when we, set roots and started having a family, my husband and I were hospitality basically our whole lives until I kind of started having kids, and I saw how much stuff started coming with having children, and I was just having to constantly handle this influx and ebb and flow of all the kids items that were coming through my house. And I just kept thinking there has to be a better way to handle this stuff. And so I came up with the idea for Toy Trader app and been working on that endeavor ever since.
I think it's such a beautiful thing when our real lives are what influence what shapes our future, right? Like, who would have thought back in the day, like you're not gonna grow up and say, I'm gonna build an app for kids, to make mom's lives easier.
Exactly. Yeah,
but
exactly.
but this is where the road has led you. So tell us a little bit more about, obviously, like you said, the idea started when you had your own kids trying to. It does become a little overwhelming. I can't imagine you have four. So with one, I know it's overwhelming amount of things. So I can't imagine with four.
Yes.
How did that process kind of go? Okay, let's make this easier.
Sure. So it really hit hard when we had our twins in 2019. So obviously you have double of everything, double swings, double bouncers, double playpens, double play mats. So I just literally had 2 times the amount of stuff. And so you try to sell the stuff on Marketplace, but the Marketplace is so saturated with the same items because everyone has the same stuff, and kids outgrow it so fast that you're basically getting pennies on the dollar. If you're even making any sales, usually you're getting ghosted, stood up, scammed in some way. So it's just the Marketplace and things like OfferUp are just not geared towards families. And obviously we're so busy that it's just time consuming, and then you just get frustrated and want your living room back, so you just end up donating everything,
Yeah.
losing all your value just to turn around and buy all new set of stuff for the next stage of life, and so it's just it was getting so expensive and you're losing all the value. So I'm like, there has to be a way to connect this and make it more of a circular economy. Most families are willing to help each other out and pass
Yeah.
items along, but sometimes you don't have those connections, or your friends don't have the same age kids, and just it doesn't always work out so easily. So I created the app to be a marketplace for families to trade their kids' outgrown items, and you use in-app coins instead of cash. So the reasoning for that is, with cash, it's similar to Marketplace. People are going to haggle you to death. You're ending up losing all the value. So $100 item, they're barely going to probably give you maybe $10 for, and then you have to go through all this work. So with the Marketplace, it retains the value of the items with in-app coins. So say $100 high chair, you would list it for 100 coins. So if the high chair was new $100, it would be used 100 coins. So it already reflects that depreciated value. And you can get free coins from joining, referring your friends, listing items, watching ads.
So from basically building the community, because that's what you're doing by just joining and sharing and being a part of it. You're building that ecosystem. You're a part of this community. And I think it is really important because, especially nowadays, these kids, they grow like weeds. They
Yes.
outgrow, especially for me, I knew it was always a big deal for my daughter in shoes and in clothes, because
Yes.
my daughter's father's 6'5". I'm 5'7". She's not tiny. So what normal 10-year-olds fit, she doesn't. So for me, it's right now she's a size 7 adult shoe.
Wow.
All her good shoes, she's used them twice, if that.
And it goes like that. Exactly. And they're
Yeah.
not cheap at all, which is the crazy part. Kid stuff
No.
is so expensive. But yeah, so I kind of built it, and it's for all kids items. So anything from baby swings to kids' clothes, kids' shoes, and everything in between. So anything kid related, you can trade on the app. And then you stack up your coins and then, pick up items that you need as you go. That way you handle the ebb and flow of it.
Yeah.
And it lets you be in control of it. So you can get rid of the stuff you need to when you do, and you can bring in some items whenever you're ready. Like a lot of times I'll bring in like 1 or 2 toys, let my kids play with them for like 2 weeks. Then they're totally bored with them. And then I trade them again and I haven't spent a single dollar.
That's amazing though. And I mean, that goes back to our basic way of life, which is bartering, right?
Right.
We would trade sugar for bread and bread for veggies
Yeah.
and essentially that's what this is in a way, in a modern way.
Yeah.
But that's extremely helpful because there are a lot of families in need or think they do receive good things, but it's not like you said for their age limit or for their kid. But now they're stuck with these like expensive cribs where they could be getting clothes or school supplies or even simple things like that. Because I know I'm a school supply hoarder. Like I see a
Right.
new set of school supplies and I can't help myself. And then I turn around and everything's brand new in boxes. So those are simple things that, like are useful that people do use and that are like so easily like,
And I think our generation and the ones coming up is they don't want to just toss these items. Like you're saying, they're in good condition still and you want to do something with it, but you also don't want to take all your time and effort and energy to try to do something with it. So it needs to be effortless. So this app makes you like effortless eco-friendly, which is what I had in mind and designed it for, because we want to help the environment. We want to help our community. We want to be able to get these items to people, but we want to also make sure it's, easy for us.
What stage is the app in right now? Because like most founders, and we do the best that we can to try to explain this to people, is there's different stages, right? We go
Right.
from idea to MVPs to funding to scale it. Like there's just a whole process to this. Where is Toy Trader app right now?
So we just launched our South Florida beta a little over 100 days ago. We have 500 families in the South Florida area that have been joining us trading items. So we're definitely on the smaller side, but we're aiming to grow. We're trying to make sure that everything functions the way it should and families are giving good feedback on it and things like that. And so we've been hearing, so many families come to me and just tell me like, this is so what my family needed. This is so smart to be able to get rid of these items. And I see the problem over and over that people are like, when you list it on Marketplace, like people just lowball you or they never even show up. And so at least with this, it's going to be families connecting with families. And then when you meet up to trade items, there's no cash involved. So it's way safer than trying to do meetups and things like that from OfferUp and Facebook. So
that's amazing. What are the next steps? Like, where do you see, the rest of the year? Because now we're getting towards what we call it founder busy season, right?
exactly.
This is the time to raise the funds, to scale, to do all of the fun stuff.
Yeah.
So where do you guys see yourselves from here to the end of the year, and then from here, in the next 5 years?
Yep. So I've bootstrapped it so far this way to make sure that I've learned kind of every aspect of the business and seen what works and what doesn't on a small scale. And so I'm definitely ready to raise some funds and try to scale it up and start helping families, at least all across the state of Florida would be like the next 12 to 18 months and then grow from there.
That's amazing. And how does this facilitate in different ways? Because obviously even nowadays, and we briefly touched base on this, that we live in this generation where our kids are very much into like, well, I can trade that or I can sell that or I can do that. Is there going to be a facility where kids can use it, or is it going to be like adult only? How does that
I
work? Because I know
That's
there's
a
like,
great question. I actually would love to do a simplified like kid version where kids can go on and favorite all the items they love and send it to their parent account. So that is one of the
Oh.
features we're hoping for soon, because I think my daughter, she shops on it all the time. I'm like, stop trying to buy everything off the marketplace.
But these kids, they know what they want. They know, what's trending, what's not trending. They're very much in the know, where I feel like back in the day we had to wait for it to like, be like the hottest item during Christmas, or
Right.
something of that nature. I remember waiting for like Black Friday and like all of these big events, but now these kids kind of just like, this is really hot in Japan. I want this. It's
Exactly.
like, okay, I didn't know that thing existed.
I know, right? No, you're totally right. But she loves scrolling through that marketplace and picking out items already. So that definitely would probably be something. And a lot of times, like when we're in Target and the kids are like, oh, I want these items. And I'm like, let's see on Toy Trader if they have them first, and we'll pick them up off Toy Trader. So that actually gets us out of the store a lot of times when they're begging for stuff.
No, but that's such a cool way of doing it, because it's almost like a registry, right? You don't know what to get these kids
Right.
sometimes nowadays, because they're not like, oh, like I want clothes or I want that. No, they want really like high end
Specific.
or specific types of, like, I asked my daughter like for Halloween, right? Because I like to go all out. So we do the mommy and me like outfits. But this year she's like, Mom, I think you're gonna have to do it alone. And I'm like, what? And she's like, I want to be a K-pop demon hunter.
Demon
And
hunters. Oh my God.
so now you find me, I've never seen it, but I know she loves it so much. You find yourself going on Marketplace, on Amazon, or on these different locations trying to find gems, because it's like,
Yeah.
where do I find these things?
Yeah.
Like,
You have to watch it though. It's so good.
yeah,
You
my
have to
daughter's
watch
like,
it.
she's begging me. She keeps going, mommy. I was like, not yet.
It's a good one. It's a good movie. You'll actually really like it. Yeah. My daughter, she made me watch it too right away.
Oh, that's hilarious. So, what is I guess, like, where do we see it? We talked about the next 6 months, the next couple of years. Is there anything that you've seen that kind of you've hit like a little bump in the road that you would want to like facilitate or make like easier?
So I do think the concept of the coins is just a little bit new for people,
Mhm.
to buy and sell with in-app coins. It's a little bit different of a concept than buying and selling with cash. Um, and I've had a few people kind of push back on that and just be like, why don't you just do cash? It's like, because people are tight with their money, and budgets are tight, and that's okay. But this gives you the opportunity to let the items go, because you're going to end up just donating it anyway if someone's not going to buy it from you, right? You're going to just
Yeah.
give it away to get rid of it. So this gives you the option to retain your value of the item. You get something back for it. Then you can use those coins to keep shopping for something else in the marketplace. You might see, a few puzzles for your toddler that they would love for a few weeks. You might see, oh, I need the stroller to go on vacation with real fast. And that way I can just pick one up without
Yeah.
spending any money. And then you can list it right away again. So this gives you the freedom to really let go of those items without feeling guilty for how much you paid for them.
Is there going to be, because I know that sometimes, at least for me, it's been really difficult to always put a price to the item, right?
Right.
Especially as a mom, sometimes you get a little attached to certain
Yeah.
items and you don't want to be like, well, I don't want to give it away for $1. Like,
Right.
is there going to be something in the app that's going to be like, hey, these are similar products. This is XYZ amount? Or how would
That
that work
is
with somebody that doesn't know how to price things?
I love that. I love that question. So one of our features that we do have planned for the future is actually like AI snapshots. So you just post, or you take the picture of the item, and it actually would like auto populate, the brand, the name, the description, and it would give you a suggested price point. The price point's always going to be up to your discretion, because some people, like you said, they highly value it, so they want to get a little bit more for it, or it's in like play condition and you want to just let it go a little bit faster, you can put it for a little bit less. But I think that would help as parents with us being so busy and not wanting to sit there and type a description out and do this and that, to be able to have like AI just fill it in for you and give you kind of like the basic rundown of it. That's one of the features I think would be really nice, especially for families, because we are so busy and, you know.
Sometimes you want to just quickly get it done, right? You want to be efficient. And I think it's hard when you have to start doing that research, when you're like, okay, is this the right price? Is this the right brand? Is this a picture? Or when people ask, like, it kills me, like dimensions. When people ask me for dimensions,
Yes.
I'm like, I don't know. Google it.
And I don't know where my tape measure is.
Right. I'm like, I gotta measure this now.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Just not responding to that one.
Yeah, if AI could do it for me, by all means, right?
100%. And it should be able to look up like the item, the brand, and it'll already have the dimensions it can pull from it and stuff. That way it just saves us the time and struggle. And at least then you're like, okay, all I got to do is snap a couple pictures of the stuff and it's already posted and done and done.
That's amazing. I'm really excited to see this, because I think it's going to be so helpful for so many families, and I think that just makes, like, the easier life could be, the more fun you have with it, right? Because
exactly,
the world in itself right now is just so complicated. It's like, you don't want to stay at home and like, because I know how easy it is to get frustrated when you're trying to take 7 million pictures. The kids are running around. One of them's hungry. The other one wants your attention. And I get it. And it's frustrating when you want to get something done and it's just so complicated that you can't. So it's a beautiful thing to see all of these thoughts and all of the heart and soul that you've put into this app, that I know is going to really change a lot of people's lives. And I want to thank you for being on the show with us today. And what is the best way to support you, to contact you, to download the app, to be part of the beta, to be one of these families that are currently participating? What's the best way to get in contact?
Oh, thank you so much. So yes, our website is toytraderapp.com. And that's going to have all of the info from being able to download it. We are in Apple and Google. So you're good to go on being able to download it, check it out. And then just share it with, if you like it, share it with the mom groups, share it with your mom friends. There's a referral link in your account, and you and your friend both get free coins when you sign or when you refer it.
Everybody loves something for free.
Exactly. And that's why I wanted to make it fun. Like, oh, I'm like racking up these coins and I'm getting free coins and I get to shop without spending money. In mom math, that is like the ultimate free.
It sure is. It really is. When you can get yourself a good deal or a good bargain and you're like, I used this coupon, I only paid this, and boom, look at what I got. It's like a proud moment. It's like a skill acquired here.
It is 100%.
Oh, Julie, thank you so much for being on the show with us today. And I am so excited to see what's to come. And hopefully soon we'll have you back on with more updates and fun, exciting updates for everything that you have going on. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. I've really thoroughly enjoyed it. And watch K-pop Demon Hunters. It's so good.
I will watch. My daughter's gonna watch this and be like, I told you.
It's so good. And it sounds like our daughters need to get together. They have some things in common.
I think so. I think they might enjoy shopping too much.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Julie. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you. Take care.
Guys, that was another episode of Check It Up with Café Cultura. It's your girl, Jayla. Until next time. Bye.